Let me guess, you signed up for every free lead magnet and binged on every marketing YouTube video and thought, what am I missing? Why isn't my business exploding like that? Well, I can tell you, you're not alone. Whether you're just getting started or have an established business, entrepreneurship can be really lonely. But it doesn't have to be. Overcoming your fear of launching or building your personal brand or figuring out how to scale, it shouldn't be holding you back. It should be empowering you. On this podcast, we're going to deep dive into the mechanics of what it takes to build your brand, make your mark, and stake your claim in the digital marketing space. I'll be chatting with people from all walks of life and stages in their careers. I will be getting inspiration from real experts who will share their actual strategies and techniques to grow loyal and raving followings and sell more stuff. This is entrepreneurship from people who are already there making it happen. My name is Jeff Mendelson. Join me and welcome to the One Big Tip podcast. Okay, and welcome. This is Jeff Mendelson, and you're listening to the One Big Tip podcast. Today, I am really excited to have Yoel Israel from Wadi Digital on the line. Yoel, welcome to the show.
What's up? Thanks for having me. Do you see that for everyone you opened up for, that you're really excited to have them? Are you ever
I think I was really excited for you.
All right, then I'm sorry for the others until now.
No.
I hope they hear every episode, but this one.
No, this one's going to be exciting. So let's get started. Tell me who you are and what makes you awesome.
Well, first, it's so broad. Who am I? All right, so I'm Yoel Israel. I'm originally from Philly, and I have a finance background. Married 9 years, have 2 daughters, 8 years old and 3.5. I live in Pardes Chana, originally from Philly. What makes me awesome is a lot. So I don't know where to start with that, right? Extra my personal life, my successful life, my family life. There's so much involved. What makes me freaking awesome? But given the one big tip thing that you're thinking more business here is my ridiculous focus on individuals, other people, human relationships. And that's been able to help me grow as an individual, grow as a husband, grow as a father, and more importantly for your audience is actually to grow as a service provider and to grow my business, and to become successful, is that human interaction.
Beautiful. So how do you build that out? So you have a digital marketing agency. You want to talk a few minutes about that, about what it is that you do, and the clients that you serve?
Yeah, we serve technology companies that have at least round day funding of $5 million minimum investment. Most of them are more than that, usually around B or C. We do LinkedIn ads. We're the best at LinkedIn ads. That's our core competency, is lead generation. 80% of B2B leads come through LinkedIn ads, organic, in-mail. So that is really our focus. That's our strength. We also do excellent Google ads and SEO. We're a performance-based industry. We are not a creative industry. We're not we do everything agency. We're not a holistic marketing and all that, which is all, you can't be the best at everything. So that's our strength, and our reputation has been through my dominance of LinkedIn. And because of that, we've been able to radically grow our business. My dominance of LinkedIn started actually in undergrad school when I went to Temple University, the Fox School of Business. And they forced us to get on LinkedIn in 2004 when it was just an HR platform, or 2006 actually. And since then, I've fallen in love with it. I've loved it, especially if they rolled out new features. It's kind of like my happy place on the internet. So I don't see how believe it or not.
Amazing.
Wait, that sounds really pathetic.
No, happy place. No, talk about your happy places, man. It's all good.
On the internet, on real life.
On the internet, right? Now, so let me ask some. So you got into this because you were forced to as part of a class project, right?
Not exactly. I was pushed on LinkedIn, and we had a class just about like business development, career development, and LinkedIn was a strong part of that. I was studying finance at the time. So especially finance and investment, they were very overrepresented on LinkedIn, right? And it was just like a platform to like find employment. Like that's all it was really then. But I love the networking, meeting people, connecting, and sending messages to like people that are like way above my league as an undergraduate in my young 20s. So, I loved it as that. But I originally wanted to go into finance. I graduated December 2008 after, the financial industry got demolished a couple months before Obama just got elected, and he said he was going to radically regulate the banks and investment banks. There was no hiring. Actually, I had an interview with Merrill Lynch the morning after they went under, and it was the most hilariously awkward moment because clearly these two women that were interviewing me, not just was it evident there was no job for me, it was evident that their job, they're going to be told they're going to be laid off later in the day. So it was very, so it's like one of those kind of, I wasn't like in the industry, I was trying to enter that industry. I love the financial industry. So I love business. I love white collar work. But it's for the best I didn't get into it. But I did get into marketing 10 years ago. Hillel Fold took me out for coffee and recommended I get on Twitter when I was getting my MBA at Bar Ilan. And I got Bar Ilan on Twitter. I was very active on Twitter, which I'm not anymore. And I haven't been for the last few years active on Twitter, to the point Bar Ilan University gave me a scholarship because I was able to attract international students to their international MBA program. And then I started doing it on the side when I moved back to Philly working for Xerox, and then decided to do it full time. And I haven't looked back, loving it.
That is an amazing story. Wow,
yeah.
That's really cool.
So
let me ask what advice would you give someone who wants to get started in producing leads for other companies? Like how, like you have a proclivity to LinkedIn, but is there any kind of like advice that you would say, like, okay, you got to learn X, Y, and Z first before you could do A, B, and C? Like, how would someone get started with that?
I want to get a little clarity first in your question. Are you referring to someone that doesn't really have that hands-on experience, but this is something that they want to do? Is my understanding correctly?
So let's assume, so my hypothetical is more geared towards, let's call them mid-career people. So these are not people right out of high school or right out of college, right? You already have a business, you already have you already have a gig going on, but you'd like to be able to grow it. And you know that lead generation is really the lifeblood of how you're going to be able to scale up.
Right. Well, first off, I post every day about lead generation, LinkedIn ads in particular. So if you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll be able, or connected there, you'll be able to get some very good real-time insights of what's going on in the platform and what you can do. It's always very relevant. This morning, I talked about cost per clicks and cost per leads during the Christmas season, and actually, the usage of LinkedIn during the Christmas season. So first thing they can do is they can follow me on LinkedIn. But what they want to do is understand is that getting leads is easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's converting them into opportunities.
Okay.
That's where I think where everyone goes wrong. Is that I know many people, they get good leads and the leads look relevant and they look at their LinkedIn profile. This is exactly who we want. But then you fast forward 6 months and they're like, we just spent tens of thousands of dollars and nothing's become an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very common.
Okay. So how do you mitigate against that? So you're helping them build out the whole processes of not just bringing the people in the door, but also to convert the processes to make them an opportunity and ultimately a sale.
But only through digital marketing. So we'll never do we'll never do what the salesperson does. We'll never actually speak to the lead or reach out to them. That is not what we do. But we do bring salespeople into our call with the marketers. Also, it's important that you hit people in different parts of the funnel. And understanding and using LinkedIn together with Google, which has intent because it's a search engine and things of the sort. So. It's being able to hit all. It's really understanding the whole process. It's having to love sales, having to love it. Be well beyond marketing. If you don't love sales, then you cannot be involved in the lead business. Don't work with anyone that doesn't love the sales game, doesn't have a respect for salespeople. Because if not, then you're not. All of the MQLs don't mean anything, right? These are so for real B2B technology, long sales cycle, 9 to 18 months. You really need someone, you need to work with a partner that's actually obsessed about this.
Amazing. All right, cool. So let me ask something. What would you say is the one big tip, the one, let's just call it your secret nuclear weapon or your ninja tactic that is the one thing that brings you the most amount of success, the one that not only brings you the most amount of success, but also helps you be awesome for your clients as well?
So there's two parts to answer that. I think in general, one big tip that I've learned as a service provider, this isn't for products,
Hmm.
is that raise your prices until the market tells you no.
That's interesting.
And what
How?
happens is, this happened to me, and I kind of got this tip a little bit kind of from Gary Vaynerchuk
Mhm.
when he talked about charging for speaking gigs. And what I learned is that the more I raised my prices, I felt when I first raised my prices, I felt guilty. And then what it did was it forced me to sharpen my saw and become much better so I can justify and feel good about sending that large invoice. And then as I got better and more busy, I felt absolutely fine. Just my next quote will be a little higher. My next will be a little higher. Now I know where the ceiling is after being rejected several times in a row for being too expensive. So
Right.
just keep going, but you just get better and better. I mean, that's one thing, but the other thing really is making a human relationship. So a lot of people in my industry, they just see marketing and lead generation kind of like B2C, kind of like it's all online, like kind of almost like it's e-commerce. I send you to where you want, you convert, my job's done, right? You bought the
Mhm.
product, that's it. But in B2B and technology companies, you need to engage with them. You need engagement ads that are really, so you need to build funnels of engagement. You need to bring salespeople on board. You need to talk about their you versus competitors, the risks of taking you on. I mean, if people are going to use one of our clients' products, whoever's signing off on a new service that costs a significant amount of money, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're taking a huge risk and they're putting their name on that. And many people would rather not move forward with anything than potentially put their head on the chopping block, because if they screw up with whatever they choose, then it would, I mean, I think they open themselves up to more risk than the upside of making a good decision, unfortunately. So you need to
Mhm.
understand that. You need to make sure to be able, like, so having that whole conversation and working with sales, which is actually conversing with these people, right? With the end users, the actual MQLs. I mean, that's what you need to do. Like, you need to love people. You gotta be, even though you're behind a computer, you gotta be an extrovert. You gotta force yourself to want to have that conversation with sales, with marketing, and re-engage. And you gotta get excited about being able to bring things down funnel. And when your client emails you that they just closed another massive client because of your efforts. I mean, that stuff just gets me ecstatic.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. Cool. Thank you for sharing that. So let me ask some. Who is your superhero? Who is the one that like gave you the inspiration to go out and do this? Who's someone that you look up to that you'd be like, God, if I could, I really I want to be like that guy, or I want to stand by his side, or.
I don't have one. I mean, really, my superhero would just be my dad. But the only reason why I say that it wouldn't be business wise is because, I mean, there's no one else I feel more comfortable confiding in if I had a tough day or anything that I feel I can go to, or anyone, or just anything, like, just my dad is just, there's the most irreplaceable person, I think, in a person's life, or your father and your mother. Um, so I don't think I have that in my professional life. In my professional life, I mean, my goal is like very simple. It's just to be the best that I can be. I don't look at others. I mean, I learn from others, but I definitely don't look and aspire to be like anyone else. Like, I know, like, I'm weird. I'm unique. My personality is out there. It's my strength. It's not like anyone else. It's not, so like, I can't compare myself to anyone else. I grab nuggets and see what other people do and see how I can incorporate that to level up, you know what I mean, but still be myself. But at the end of the day, because I get to be myself, my goal is to double down on being myself and being a better version of myself. And through that, that's how I've been able to grow. And that's what makes me love what I do. If you're looking at others, man, you'll never be happy. You'll never succeed
Amazing.
either. Because even if you technically succeed relative to others, if you're looking at others, even if you're looking up as like inspiration, it's still, I think you're comparing yourself. You should compare yourself, like, you should look up, but then you'll always feel that you're not good enough.
Amazing. All right, cool. Thank you for that. That's actually really good advice. So to wrap this up, I was wondering if you could just take a few minutes and just let people know where they can find you and what kind of opportunities you're looking for right now, and if they need to, how they can reach out and contact you.
Yeah, but look, LinkedIn. You can reach me on LinkedIn. Find me, Yoel Israel at Wadi Digital, or email me, Yoel at wadidigital.com, WADI digital.com. I'm not really looking for any opportunities. We have a great client base. I mean, we have room for another one or two. And, but really overall, we're really blessed and we love the relationship with our clients. So if you like to work with people, if you're looking to be hands-on, if you're a technology company and you have at least $10,000 in a month in digital marketing, then, and you want leads that become revenue, not just leads that look good on the dashboard of the platform, then you can reach out. Also, if you just want to fucking like shoot the breeze, like you and I are here, I mean, you can also reach out on LinkedIn. I respond to every comment on my post. I'm extremely active there. Yeah, so I mean, that's the best place to find me. Or you can come visit our office in Pardes Khan in Israel.
It's a beautiful area. It's one of the more tranquil parts of visiting in Israel. So I'll definitely take you up on
Yes, I
that.
like it. Yeah, dude,
Cool.
anytime, man. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right,
So
thanks for your audience.
thank you very much for taking the time. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, and we're going to be in touch. So
I look forward to it. Can't wait for this thing drops. It's going to be epic.
You got it, man. Thanks a lot for your time.
All right, peace.